Hi, welcome to Take 5, where we daily consider devotional thoughts from Oswald Chambers' book, My Utmost for His Highest. Today is August 19th, and the title of today's devotional is Self-Awareness. Come to me, Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. If there were any messages from Chambers that countered the thinking of our culture, it would be today's. Chambers opens with, God intends for us to live a well-rounded life in Christ Jesus, but there are times when that life is attacked from the outside. Obviously, we would agree with this, that we are constantly being spiritually attacked. Chambers then says, then we tend to fall back into self-examination, a habit that we thought was gone. Now wait, what's wrong with self-examination? That's the big thrust of today's society, to check yourself out, make sure you are thinking positively and keeping yourself feeling successful. Dr. C says self-awareness is the first thing that will upset the completeness of our life in God. And there we succinctly have Chambers' thoughts, namely, the more we concentrate on self, the less we think of God. The more we focus on self, the less we focus on God. It lessens our closeness to Him because concerns about ourselves stand in between He and me. Self-awareness, Chambers says, continually produces a sense of struggling and turmoil in our lives. If you've questioned the considerations of Chambers as delivered up to this point, that last sentence should be one at which you nod in agreement. It's exhausting to continually think about self. Chambers continues that self-awareness produces a struggle within us due to our worry as to whether we are pleasing God and behaving in the right way. Chambers assures us, however, self-awareness is not sin, and it can be produced by nervous emotions or by suddenly being dropped into a totally new set of circumstances, which explains a lot. Concern over if we are doing good enough to satisfy God, as well as our environment continually changing. Both produce a feeling of need to keep checking ourselves and making sure we are on track. But it is never God's will that we should be anything less than absolutely complete in Him. The remedy to the problem of self-awareness is to take your eyes off of self. Quit being concerned about you. As I have been told in the past few years by some key players in my life, it's not all about me. I tend to be a paranoid person. Everything is my fault. I continually ask God to help me to listen, trust, and obey. Help me to surrender, draw me nearer. My focus remains on me. O.C. expresses if we will come to Him asking Him to produce Christ awareness as opposed to self-awareness in us, He will do it until we fully learn to abide in Him. The next sentence possesses what I consider the key to the lesson today. Never allow anything that divides or destroys the oneness of your life with Christ to remain in your life without facing it. Are you constantly concerned about yourself? Deal with it now by stopping that mindset and focusing on Jesus. As well, Chambers next says, beware of allowing the influence of your friends or your circumstances to divide your life. If you hang with people who are not seeking to grow and mature in Christ, it will diminish your desire to grow spiritually. O.C. says they only serve to sap your strength and your spiritual growth. Are you conscious of the company you keep? O.C. continues with, beware of anything that can split your oneness with Him, causing you to see yourself as separate from Him. Nothing is as important as staying right spiritually. Do you operate with that as your primary principle of life? Stay right spiritually? The only solution is a very simple one. Come to me. The intellectual, moral, and spiritual depth of our reality as a person is tested and measured by these words. Again, a core teaching of Chambers is shared here. The depth of your intellect, moral, and spiritual reality is measured by taking each area of our life and laying it before Him. The sad truth is we are more likely in every detail of our lives where we are found not to be real to dispute the findings than to come to Jesus. Is that you? You'd prefer to argue against Christ's findings in you than that play against your conscience due to not wanting to change. Give up what your flesh enjoys. The only way to remain the person you are is to play down the interests of God regarding you. I wonder if in reality the one who does this actually is troubled within, knowing of their ungodly interests, yet remaining defensive so to not give up sin. Chambers says to quit having self as your greatest interest. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Your self-interests are what got you into the mess you're in. It's time to become selfless and seek God while there is time. Thanks for being here today, and now may God's grace and peace be ours as we seek to live our utmost for His highest. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.